5-minute trap. 5-minute trap. Five-minute trap.
Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Welcome to the stream, pandas. I'm Bye Bye Money, and today is Whiskey Wednesday. You know what that means? 300 like goal. Can celebrate with some whiskey with you guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, day trading like a predator. Jenny Hoyos, good morning. Diego 27, good morning. Peter Prop, sorry, I don't have the I don't have a Nightbot script for that. I could add it, but unfortunately I don't have it. So good morning, guys. Amin Jatoro, good morning from Morocco. Morocco national team qualified to the World Cup. Congrats. Let's go, baby. Hi, Sama Robbie, good morning. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Frank Angelo from New Jersey, AGD, good morning. Good morning, guys. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. We just finished our pre-market show and just went over all my account balances and go over all my off-stream trades. Always have a great time there. And it's amazing. I love the questions being asked in the pre-market show. And it's just, it's a good time that we can kind of gather and go over just, certain basic questions, but also just, future plans and what we're trying to do here. It's a lot more personal and I just a lot more raw with my pandas on the pre-market show. So I'd love to see, you guys there if you guys ever decide or want to, support, not only be able to support me, it's just, but also, get to join in this journey, much more closely than the regular viewers. So Frank Angel says, trades by Matt is off today. Better have that whiskey ready. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Can we reach the 300 like goal today? We're already at 23 likes, and maybe if we can get to 100 likes before market open, we have a good chance. Good chance to hitting our whiskey goal. Let's get that bamboo. Jenny Hoyos. Let's get that bamboo. Got a female panda here. Uwe Moshish. Good morning from Yemeni. Yemeni. Speedy Boy, good morning. Wyatt, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Kid Poker, good morning. Aaron Corn says, Matt is on forced vacation. I don't even know what that means. Allah Hanal says, morning all, get that bamboo. TK says, liquid bamboo. Let's go, baby. What do we have here now? Let's go. Let's go. Pre-market analysis. We do have a triple top here in the overnight session, and we are in a downtrend, I will say, right now. How strong is this downtrend? I have no idea. I would say this trend was finished here, made a new low. We could have a reversal. This trap trade was a decent trap trade to take. I was not paying attention at the time when this triggered, but that's a good trap trade to take back to the top of the trading range because we had a break of trend to new low with a nice signal bar triggering up 2, 3, 4, 5 points here. That's not a bad trade. It was in the pre-market, but yeah, I mean, pretty good trade. I mean, we could be in an uptrend right now, and this is a reversal setup. The only thing is when I looked at the left of the chart, it looks like we're basically in a trading range as well. So you have competing thoughts. You have, not only do we have the major trend reversal pattern playing out, but we also have to the left of us, because of this pivot here, we also have a trading range. And so we can come back down to the bottom of this trading range. It could happen. So we're just going to be aware, and if that's the case, then this will be the breaker trend to new high. I'm gonna actually treat this, because we've been so choppy and with all this overlapping bars here, I actually think we might come back to the bottom of this trading range. But if that's the case, what I need is a lower high setup here. Jeff says, good morning, it's whiskey time, breakfast of champions. You guys don't drink whiskey with your pancakes? You guys are weak. Nico, Morning Pandas, how are we? Doing just fine. Let's get that whiskey though. Whiskey Wednesday. We're at 43 likes already, and it's not even market open. 43 likes. If we get to 100 likes before market open, we have a very good chance we're gonna hit that 300 like goal. And I'll be pulling out the whiskey very early. Let's go, baby. I feel the energy. I feel it. I feel the energy right now. Just seeing you guys and your participation in this, I feel the energy from you guys. I don't know. I'm a little worried. I think you guys are gonna get it. And yeah, you guys are always crazy. You know, in my mind, the 300 like goal was never achieved on this channel ever before. The most we've ever gotten was 250, and we never achieved an actual 300 like goal. So, pandas, could this be the day? I mean, it could be the perfect storm. You know, Trades by Matt is out, and we have our own stream going, and people are joining the stream from that channel. Ah. Let's go, baby. Let's get that bamboo. Market is choppy right now, and it's just like, even the overnight session looked very choppy, but we do have to break a trend to new low with a reversal setup right here. It's a beautiful reversal setup, actually. I really like that setup. Just completely was not paying attention though when it happened. And we are in an uptrend right now, but also hitting our heads at the top of this trading range, so we'll see. The Books, 2 leggies for the win. 2 leggies. Uh-oh, are we actually going to hit the 100 like goal before 9:30? I've never seen that. Jenny Hoyoza hit 420 likes. That would be amazing. If you hit 420 likes, you might be drinking something else other than whiskey. Gonna drink water, pandas. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Market's about to open in 3 minutes, and my pre-market analysis is already over. Overnight, or the yesterday's highs right here. We actually never reached it. Daily chart, you know, exhaustive bar breaking through, right? This resistance here. And I mentioned sometime this week we're gonna get a pullback. We should get a pullback because typically when we break through, you know, there's some resistance. These tend to be failed breakouts. And the question is, after a failed breakout and it makes some sort of two-legged move, are we gonna continue the uptrend, or we're gonna do something like this where we can reverse? Most likely, pandas. And I know it sounds crazy. Most likely we will continue the uptrend here. And that sounds crazy because you're wondering, how in the world are we in an uptrend, right? How are we doing a full-blown reversal here? How is it possible? Well, because the market do anything, and the price action looks like it wants, right? It wants basically a new high, and then from there we can look for some sort of reversal play, something like this. But other than that, I mean, that's what 2 leggies. So I'm looking for just a small pullback on the strong uptrend right now on the daily. And what that converts to essentially is a bear trend day potentially on the intraday charts. And so we're going to stay vigilant here, and we're going to look at the markets. We got 80 likes. Pandas, can we get to 100 likes in 1 minute? Can we get to 100 likes in 1 minute? We got 80 likes. We've never been 100 likes before the market opened. TX Mass says extra long stream today if we hit our like goal. Whew. If we hit 300 likes, I will stream until 11:30. If every 100 likes on top of that, I will stream until I will stream basically every hour, 1 hour extra. If we get every 100 likes after that, I'll stream an extra hour. But if we actually get to 300 likes, I'll stream to 11:30 for you guys. I have a full-time job. I can't just what can I do? Wow, we hit 100. Let's go, baby. Woo! Wow, you guys are ridiculous right now. We hit 100 before market open. That's actually amazing. We've never done that on stream. Appreciate the likes. It's for your entertainment. You're gonna see a panda drink whiskey today. We got 4 pushes up here. Market just opened. Got a trap trade here. Got 4 pushes up. Potential reversal here. I'm not going to take the naked L4. I want a lower high setup here to go short. But spike, channel, right? Spike and channel. We're continue to go upwards here. So I need some evidence we're going to go short here. Nico asks, you don't full-time trade? Nope, I don't. I submitted it a couple times, but I mean, of course, on long streams, you guys, you know, there's a lot of things you guys would miss. But I don't trade full-time. I have a full-time job, and people ask, why don't you go full-time? And so my answer is because I make a lot of money in my actual full-time job. And the only way I would convert to full-time trading is if I make I'll make significantly more money than I do in my full-time job. And the reason why it has to be significant is because there's risk when it comes to trading. Like there'll be days you might not make any money. You know, it's completely performance-based. And so there are days you might, you know, make a lot of money. There are some days you might not make. It's not as stable as a full-time job, let's say. And so for me, I would have to make a significantly a lot more money than I do in my full-time to go to full-time trading. When I mean significant, I mean like 2 to 3 times more money than I make in my 9-to-5. And if that's possible, the thing is, Apex is making that up an actual possibility. And so if I can do that with Apex, then okay, let's do it. And I also put something in for myself. I would have to show consistency and profitability for at least, right? At least a year. You know, it has to be at least a year. Consistent gains and profitability. Can't be up and down, up and down, up and down. So with that being said, you know, there's a lot of things I kind of have to have like mark on my checklist before I go full-time trading. And hopefully that makes sense to you guys, because, you know, if you have a family and you're a full-time trader, you you know, it's just a very, very unreliable, you know, unless you're very good. But yeah, with Apex and the trade copier, the dream could be an actual possibility. And that's the amazing thing. That's a naked L4 setup. Balancing off the 20 EMA now. Interesting. You know, it's a little confusing, right? This is very choppy, a lot of overlapping bars. I would just say the opening session right now, it's just not. This has not been pleasant. I mean, it's been very choppy, I think. The price action in general, it just hasn't been that good. I mean, when you see this many overlapping bars, I'm not excited to go up or down. Even though we are in an uptrend right now, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me feel super confident that we're in a strong uptrend. When you have this many overlap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically 8 overlapping bars, it's not a fun time to trade. Let's just say this is a lower high setup here. Could quite possibly be a good reversal, but we're above the 20 MA, so kind of hard for me to go short here, even though context-wise it's a possibility. Now we're pushing higher, almost a point upwards on the first entry. Juan Key asks, what is your daily win rate? If you become a panda, you can know the answer to that. If you're a panda, we have a pre-market show where we answer kind of questions on outside this stream, where you can actually see my account balances. I'll answer that question on the actual pre-market show. My full-time job, it's software related, developer. Hence the two-legged pullback indicator, how I made it. We do have a potential trap trade here I may be interested in. And we have this second entry short here, right? The lower high second entry short, which is above the 20 MA, which is why I didn't want to take it. But that is a decent scalp to take. And I want a trap here if we can get it, but we'll see. Something like this. A, B, C. Fail second entry long. It makes less than a point, but it's pushing hard. It's pushing down strong. Most likely won't even get my setup. You can only take what the market gives you. If you don't get the setup you want, what can you do? Just don't do it. But like I said, with Apex, the dream is very possible. And the big reason being is because with Apex, you can have multiple accounts. And because of that, with the trade copier, you can make like $200 to $300 a day on one account, and that translates to hundreds of thousands of dollars at the end of the year. I can do all of the calculations. I do it basically every stream. I'll do it later, but it's just like it's a possibility. We're talking about like $500,000 a year in a sense. That's actually a reasonable goal. $500,000 a year, which is crazy. A very reasonable goal, actually. Pandas, today is Whiskey Wednesday. If we get to 300 likes, we'll celebrate with some whiskey. And not only that, I'll extend the stream till 11:30. Got no setups here. I could have taken that setup. I could have, but like I mentioned, it just was above the 20 MA. It was an L4 setup, lower high setup. And I want to take this trap here. I'd rather take this trap here than this lower high setup. I like this trap better coming back to the bottom of this trading range. It looks like an outside bar reversal. I don't like outside bar reversals, but so probably not gonna take it. I would take it maybe if it got closer to the 20 MA. Like if this kind of spiked up to the 20 MA and reversed, then I actually would be more inclined to take it. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for the bar to finish. The reason being is because the 20 MA often acts as a magnet. And so even though it might like create an outside bar reversal, it might come back up to touch the 20 MA, you know, taking out your stops and then finally going your way. But here, so look at it's trying to go back up to 20 MA. It wants it. Huh. 2-point risk, trap trade. Okay, wants to come to 20 EMA. 20 EMA tapped. I like this setup now a lot. We'll prime up our order right here. Gonna get ready to enter this trade. Like I mentioned, usually comes back to the 20 EMA like a magnet. And so if we made that outside bar reversal, it could have easily come back up and made this same move here. We're gonna enter short here. We're gonna take 2 points off of this. I like to set up a lot here. Trap trade, top of the trade range, maybe back to the bottom of the trading range, but I like to set up a lot. We do have a breaker trend to new high here. And yeah, I like the setup. The only thing for me that might be going against it is this might be the uptrend. It might get breaker trend to new high here. We are losing our trap here. We may lose our trap. Trap is gone actually here. Do I still like this trade? Nope, not anymore. Not when it looks like that. I like the setup to go short here, but when you have a big bar like this, maybe we created a big wick. Maybe I'll be interested in going short still. Pretty big wick. Failed second entry long. A little bit confusing. I'll attempt this. The only reason why I don't really like it is because the risk is kind of large now. Right, you have about 3.5 points of risk. Going short here, looking maybe even to the bottom of this trading range, but we'll take 2 points here. I like this as a reversal setup. Taps my target. It's dancing on it. It's just toying with me, teasing me. It's absolute tease right now. Just touches it and reverses. We want those 2 points. It's looking good. It's looking really good right now. Almost want to extend this now for maybe another point because of how good that bar looked. And now it doesn't look so good. I'm not sure what's going on here. Taps my target and may reverse on me. So that's unusual. Usually it has some follow through and will break the low here. Typically it does do that. So I'm surprised of the price action right now coming right back up, and it might stop me out. I was looking for 2 points, but it might not give it to me, which is completely okay. You know, I think that was a setup that could use 2 points, could get 2 points. 1, 2, 3, yep. Comes back up. It's actually surprising, this price action. It might stop me out here. But that setup here, I liked it a lot actually, because, you know, I'm thinking it probably wants to come back to the bottom of this trading range. It can at least give me 2 points here. And I was actually thinking about extending it because of the strong bear bar ending near its low. But now it looks like it might try to stop me out here. But I'm just going to keep my stop loss and just see what happens here. Unfortunate if it does stop me out, but I like the setup here to take that for 2 points. And it touches my target. And it just toys with me and my emotions. And, you know, it's like... Tricky. Reverses, no follow through. So, high chance of getting stopped out now. Could have another trap trade to the downside, but this will be an H4 setup. Very small signal bar now. Coming back up. It looks like it wants to stop me out, right? It's kind of bear bull bar ending on its high. Reversing, no follow through on that signal bar. In fact, it's going to trigger the trap to the downside here. Right? It's a H4 setup, but if it does reverse here, it's going to most likely get me. High percentage chance to get me. Trap me here. I could skunk my trade now and be like, okay, this is just too choppy, just skunk it and get out of it. But I'm happy with whatever this risk reward is. 2 points for 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 points for 4 points. I could have skunked that trade at any point now, but we're gonna let it play out. In fact, I should have skunked it and reversed my trade. That's what I should have done. I should have skunked it, and if it did reverse like this, to go long here, H4, and actually reversal setup here. That's what I should have done, but I was not thinking that far ahead. So I might get punished here. If it does pop above here, I'm most likely gonna get stopped out. I should have just skunked it, and then if this does happen, I should have reversed my trade. I may even skunk it here for just like, yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'll skunk this here. I skunked the trade because if it does come back up, I actually want to take that reversal back up here. Give me another chance to get skunked out. And this is where watch it go my home. Oh, pandas, it finally goes my way, and actually woo-hoo. You gotta love the market. You gotta love the market. You gotta love the market, pandas. You gotta love the market. It actually does hit my goal before going, getting that stop out, and it is what it is. Sometimes trading makes you feel like you want to go crazy, and this is just one of those moments. But yeah, I was just thinking, if it does come back, and the better play was probably if it did trigger above here. I mean, that's like such a high chance it was going to stop me out here. I was going to just take a point off there, but and it came back down. I was like, okay, I mean, it gives me a gift to come out, skunk it again. But what can you do? It is what it is. At least I didn't lose money. At least I didn't lose money. I might have had a mental breakdown. That's what that was. It's not like I have a amazing personality. I could just laugh these things off. I might have just had a mental breakdown. You guys might have just seen it. Arjun says, no worries, new trade, new opportunities. I'd rather be okay. I'd rather come out break even on that trade than potentially losing it because of the price action was getting very choppy. I just wanted to get away from it. I'm just thinking maybe it's just one of those days that it's just nothing really works. But it ended up working out, which is nice. But I had my reasons why I wanted to get rid of it. Because when you have a candle that ends like that looks like that, and this is your price action, you're thinking, boy oh boy, if this reverses up, this has a high chance to just pop up, make a new high, and that's kind of what it's doing now. But break a trend, new low, reversing strongly up now. I almost want to buy on any bar. I just want to buy on this bar and just come back to the top of that trading range. That's what what I'm tempted to do right now. Boy oh boy, that was yeah, I'm actually okay with skunking that. I'm actually happy that I was able to skunk that trade. It actually comes and will stop you out. For anyone who wanted to swing trade back to the bottom of that trading range, most likely just stopped you out there. And if it triggers here, watch it come all the way back down to the bottom of this trading range after it triggers this. It could happen. But right now it's pretty clear trading range coming up. Wow, pushing up. That's a bona fide H4 setup. H4s have a good chance to actually move the market. Health and fitness. Again, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but it looks like it's in Arabic. But both of these guys have diamond paws, and they actually stuck to the plan. The plan was simple, and they stuck to it to the very end. They were okay with the 3.5 point stop loss for 2 point reward. You know, even 3 point reward actually. Came out at 3 points, but perfectly. So you might not got filled, but it was 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull bars in a row. Pandas, today is Whiskey Wednesday. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Vlad, same trade, but only 1 point target. Confusing. I'm thinking we want to come back to the bottom of this trading range, but who knows? I mean, the daily chart looks like this. Could be a pause bar today. Usually after a breakout bar, right, strong bull bar or strong bear bar, it pauses and waits. The traders wait after pause bar, such as this right here, right? Strong bull bar ending on its high. Then it pauses, has like a pause bar, doji bar. The market wants to see it's gonna break above or below this pause bar, breaks above it, and then keeps going up. Strong bull bar ending on its high, pause bar typically. Then we're gonna see if we're gonna break above or below that pause bar. Right, traders. The reason why pause bars are created because traders typically are they want to wait for follow through, and when because they want to wait for follow through, they wait for this pause bar to finish. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, we could have like this small doji kind of bar day today on daily, which means that price action today might be terrible. Just waiting. Got no setups right now. Hey pandas. I'm actually up $25. And so by the end of the year, I could actually be up $25,000 if I just stick with $25 a day. Green is better than red. Let's just say that. Green is better than red. To me, I thought it was a gift. The fact that I could have skunked that trade and potentially come with that reversal. One more push up here. Looking for that new high. Break a trend to new high potentially. If we go above this blue line, then it's a new high. We do get another push up here. Price action is not looking too swell here. Lower high, second entry. Short. Two-legged pullback. I'll take this trade long actually. I'm gonna take a long trade here. It might be silly, but I'm going to take this long trade here. Looking to go long. I gotta time this perfectly here. 27, all right. It's a doji bar, but it's a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA and looking for a new high still. A, B, C. I'm looking for a new high. I'm looking for it to break above this high here, just because we're already, you know, so close to it. I'm gonna consider going long here. We got a 2 leggy off the 20 EMA. Another bounce off of the 20 EMA here, potentially. We're kind of at the top of the trading range as well. That's the one thing that's stopping me, like making me hesitant here. But I like, and we're also very choppy here right now as well. So this could hurt me, but looks like we want a new high. Strong bull bars pushing up to it, 2 leggy. Now, when you have a bar like this, after that, we're still in Trap City. Actually amazing. Still in Trap City, but strong bear bar now. Anyone's low. Trap City here. Gonna look for a long still. As long as we're in Trap City, I think I'm gonna look for a long trade here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars in a row. It's about 50-50 which way this is gonna break. Starting to look weaker and weaker. Still in Trap City.
Five-minute trap.
Try to time this. Should I go with the retracement or is this bad follow through? In this trade, gonna look for that new high. Could have came out with a point already. Looking for 2 points here. Maybe 2 points is a mistake. Let me just come out with 1 point here. Makes me want to skunk this trade as well, just because it's looking like this. I don't like that signal bar. Now it's reversing. It's gonna reverse on me. It's gonna stop me out. Too choppy. Enter the trade too choppy. This is gonna stop me out. High chance. Trap trade. Right. 3 failed attempts to break out here. Good trade to actually go short. Better chance to go short here, in my opinion. Top of the trading range. Still thinking what's that new high though. I almost want to skunk this trade as well now. I'm gonna skunk this trade as well. I don't like the look of this. I'm skunking all my trades right now. It's just too choppy for me, and the fact that that triggered this short here made me want to skunk that trade. Now I actually want to go long if it does go here, but it's just too tricky. Too tricky, pandas. It's way too choppy. Right? If we go above here, it can break back down. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 overlapping bars in a row. Too choppy for me, and I'm just gonna skunk this trade. It was a bad trade. Maybe with that deeper retracement would have been better, but I'm just sitting on my paws right now. It's a little too choppy for me. We are clearly above the 20 EMA. It's just we're also top of the trading range, so a little difficult to trade here.
Trap.
The 10K does have a trap trade. 10K does have a trap setting up here, which high probable trade here. We would have to get 2 points off this. Yeah, let's take it on a 10K chart, I guess. 2 points. Let's get 2 points on a 10K chart. Trap trade to the long side. And if this reverses on a 10K chart, it is what it is, and we'll just move on. But 10K trap above the 20 EMA like this, looking for that new high. You know, good setup here in my opinion. I just yeah, but I gotta go for 2 points. Go for 2 points here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Getting that bamboo. So for me, I liked it much better on the 10K chart once it triggered on a 10K chart, I felt way more confident in it, especially above the 20 MA like this. A failed breakdown, right? This failed breakdown to go up. I liked it much better on the 10K chart.
5-minute
and
trap.
It also corresponded a little bit with the 2K chart. You know, we started to have this build up here, this failed trap reversal, and that ends up kind of corresponding with that 10K trap. So for me, I just had a lot of confirmation to want to enter on the 10K chart, and it looked good on 10K, so we'll take it. We'll take it. 2 points. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. As you hit yesterday's close, going above it now, strong bull bars. Are we gonna have complete follow through on the daily here? Kind of hard to think that's gonna happen, but it might. I don't know. Okay, rejection off yesterday's close. And that's why it's nice to have the multi-time frames, so you guys can see, you know, the setups on the other time frames here. Pandas, we do have a goal whiskey challenge of 300 likes. So make sure you guys scalp that like button. This is for you guys. I honestly don't even know if filling out these polls give you chat engagement, but I don't really care. I'm actually so interested in how you guys are doing. And you know, it's completely anonymous, so I have no idea who you are, but yeah. To go back to that question, full-time trading, and I think that's a good time to answer that question is, you know, if you're just joining on Bye Money, and thanks for joining this channel. And yeah, we trade every single day here, one single instrument. We trade the emini, and we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. On screen, we have a two-legged pullback indicator. If you want more information about the setup, you guys can go to the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. But the question that was asked earlier was, you know, when would I do full-time trading? Right now, I am trading 100% risk-free. You know, I'm not risking any of my own capital. This is possible, right? I'm trading $300,000 risk-free, and that's possible because of Apex traded funded traders, and it's a prop firm. And so this prop firm basically means that if you can pass an evaluation, they'll give you an account to trade. You know, you can trade their money. You get to keep the profits. They'll take the losses. If you ever blow the accounts, they take those losses. But you know, they set up in a way where, you know, if you pass a certain point, you know, the stop loss basically, or the account gets closed if you go to the original starting capital plus 100, and so they don't actually lose money on those accounts, and so they protect themselves that way. But essentially, you know, because of Apex, it's actually possible, right? The dream of becoming a full-time trader is very, very reachable, in my opinion. The main reason being is because, you know, and I always use this number. I always use a number 4 here, but of course you can use a higher number than this. But let's say you have 4 accounts with Apex. There's this thing called a trade copier that copies all your trades across all your accounts. And so if you can make, right, with 4 accounts, if you can make $200 a day, right, the way the math works, right, just $200 a day, you know, that's a very reasonable goal to make on an account. $200, you know, if it was like $1,000 a day, then I would say it's a very hard goal to make. But if it's like $200 a day, it's a very easy goal to make. Plus, your risk is not as big, right? Because if you're only making $200, then, you know, your risk is smaller. You know, you might risk, you know, your biggest draw will probably be like $1,000 any given day. But let's just say, you know, you make $200 a day. That means at the end of the year, if you have 4 accounts and you're copying all your trades across all your accounts, that means you can make $200,000 a year. So that means if I just stop here with $250, I can make, right, $250,000 at the end of the year, $250,000 if I just make this much money every single day. You know, I can close my account. I can close my accounts. I can close my charts right now and call it a day, because That's only with 4 accounts. And the way the math works is, 4 times 250 is 1,000. And so there's 250 trading days in a year. That's why we use 250. So 250 times 4, right, for 4 accounts equals 1,000. And you multiply that by the average you make per day, and that's how much you can make at the end of the year. And so if you make $300 a day, then you can make $300,000 a year. That's just with 4 accounts, pandas. I have way more than 4 accounts. I have way more than 4 accounts. And so, the possibility of this becoming an actual, the dream of becoming a full-time trader is in your grasp with these prop firms. And that's the amazing thing about it. And the more amazing thing, pandas, is that there is a 50% off coupon code right now. And so, the trade copier is on Apex website. I use the Apex. There's probably a couple trade copiers, but I use the Apex one. So there is a coupon right now for 50% off these evaluations. And once you pass the evaluation, then you can get a new account. And so, and a lot of people ask, do I need to pass an evaluation for each account? Yes, you do. Every account is treated like a new account. But the good thing about that as well is that for the first $10,000, you can pull out 100% of those gains. And so that's the nice thing about those all being new accounts, is because they treat them all, distinctively. And so they're all distinct new accounts. That means every single account you can pull out the first 10,000, 100% of it. So, and that's how we're gonna, the pandas can dream, and hopefully we can get there. Jamar WRX asks, how many accounts do you have? This is for, that's kind of privileged information I give only to my pandas. You guys can know how many, all the pandas know here how many accounts I actually have, because I show them every single day on the pre-market show. And so, with that being said, this trap fails here, which is very interesting, right? Failed trap usually leads to reversal, and I'll take a trap to the downside here if we get a failed second entry long. But yeah, with that being said, you guys can become pandas. If you guys are pandas already and never seen the pre-market show, the way you access it is go to my channel, and there is a members tab, and that members tab gives you access to the pre-market show, and we do it every single day at 9 o'clock. We go over all my accounts. You can see all my account balances. You can see how much money I make every single day, off stream and off stream trades. I'll show you all my off stream trades as well. So Brayden asks, is it 1 step or 2 to pass? It's only 1 step. And the thing about Apex is nice because the rules and the things about Apex, I think it's the best. It's just simple. You pass the evaluation. There's no scaling up or anything. You can trade all your contracts immediately whenever you want. And, you have to manage yourself basically. And they give you the freedom to do that. And because, of that, I really like Apex. And they only take 10% of commissions at, after the first 10K. They only take 10%. You keep 90% of your profits. I think that's amazing. Psycho Clem says, I don't think I could ever give out that kind of info online. I'm way too paranoid. Trust me, I highly value my privacy. Obviously you can tell because I'm a panda, and especially if you're gonna show how much money you make, it's not something you want a lot of people to know, like you personally. So please take advantage of that coupon. It's in the pinned message. Also, the coupon code is in the bottom of your screen. So please take advantage of that if you guys are interested. And and for me, and if you're thinking like, oh, this guy is just making stuff up. Honestly, it's just the math. It's just the math. The math doesn't lie. And I'm just going over simple math here, and the math is good. The math is really good, actually. So if you get funded, the only fee that you pay is this $85 licensing and data fee. You don't pay the evaluation fee. Once you pass the evaluation, you don't have to pay that fee ever again. So if you do the discount, it will last for the lifetime of the evaluation. Now the hope is you can pass the evaluation quicker than 1 month, so you don't get charged again for the evaluation. But you know, if it happens to take you more than 1 month to pass the evaluation, the coupon, the discount will continue with that. I'm gonna take a trap here. Taking this trap trade. Kid Poker 007, it's become a member. Do appreciate your support. Thank you for becoming a panda. Enjoy your green name, enjoy your two-legged pullback badge, enjoy your panda emoticons, and enjoy access to the pre-market show where we go over all of my off-stream trades and also over all my account balances. Isaacs asks, what Apex plan do I recommend? I personally only have $300,000 accounts, but you know, the nice thing about it is you can honestly, you know, basically trade any account. Any account size actually works with this strategy. You know, you could trade one contract on the 50K account and, you know, still be okay. You know, you just trade one contract. And so I'm gonna take this trap here to the downside. We already had to break a trend to new high. If we get a trap here, I'll take it. Pandas, give Kid Poker a nice warm panda welcome. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a trade setup here. I'm looking to go short here, so I will give you a nice warm welcome after this trade triggers here. I want to go short. Potentially small risk trade here. Looking to enter this trade. Dylan says 50K seems the best for drawdown size target goal. Yep, 50K is a good one. We have very small risk trade here, 2 points, and it looks like it's gonna reverse on me here. I'm actually gonna extend it to 3 points here. The risk is too small. I'm actually gonna extend the risk a little bit. I'm gonna let this candle kind of play out here, and if it goes up to 3 points, I'll be out of the trade, but it could pop up here and then reverse. I'm going to just let it happen if it does. I'm going to extend my risk a little bit here. We do have a trap trade after a break of trend to new low. So that pop is what I'm talking about, and it might get me here. It stops me out. Now I'm down 50 bucks. Small risk, but I extended my risk a little bit there because sometimes it does happen. But I like the setup. That setup actually was a good setup, and I don't mind it. In fact, I might go short again here if it gives me a good signal bar. But the signal bar is looking bad. It looks actually pretty bullish, and the main reason being is because we had a failed trap here and then another failed trap here. That's not very common. We have two failed traps like this. You have a failed trap here and a failed trap here. It's not very common that happens. I want to give it a little more room to breathe, but Because of that, I got hit. So I'm down 50. I was up 250. It's all good. I actually really like that setup, but obviously it goes against me. Really good setup, actually. It was small risk as well, right? 2-point risk. But because the risk was so small and the setup was good, I figured that maybe you need to extend the risk a little bit there, but doesn't work out. Now we're clearly above the 20 MA with strong bull bars. Getting a little tricky for me. Yeah, this is very sideways, very choppy. Getting a little tricky for me now. And the fact that we had a failed trap here, failed trap here, failed trap here, failed, well, not failed trap technically, but it does reverse on you. I mean, that's why I got out. So a lot of failed traps. It's kind of tricky. When you got a lot of failed traps, it's not, that's typically not a good sign. It usually means a lot of chop. Potential failed second entry short here to go long. A, B, C, failed entry, failed second entry short. Pandas, we're at 147 likes. I really thought we were gonna hit that 300 like goal, but it looks like it might not happen. For me, I don't mind taking that trade, especially when you have something like this. Right, you have some room to the bottom of this choppiness here, and that's what I was expecting us to hit the bottom of that chop. But it's all good. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work out. You move on, next trade. If we get a lower high setup here, I will take a lower high setup. Looking for that new low. Morgan K says, if a trap fails, it's not a trap. It's a trap. I guess two traps make a non-trap. Rad Pacifics. You have to download their trade copier. It's a program, and once you and you do have to purchase it. It's like $150, something like that. So if you look on the website, you should be able to find it. We do break the low now, so completely stops me out and then goes my way. It's been happening a lot, especially with the trap trade. That's very tricky. Makes an outside bar reversal on that trap trade. Now starts to go down. Unfortunately, that's what I wanted to see before, but wanted to stop me out one time. It's all good though, Pandas. Yeah, two wrong traps don't make a right scalp. Maybe come back to the bottom of the trading range. No setups for me though, unfortunately. Tricky. I mean, this trap triggers, fails, and actually reverses, then goes your way. Trap fails here. Get stopped out. Trap fails here. There's just a lot of failed traps, huh? Today's not the day for traps. Maybe I should stay away from traps today. It's tricky. It's like I might, days like this, I might just like close my charts and just trade tomorrow. Never had good day. I never have good, good days on days like this. Especially if I see stuff like this where this trap fails here. Typically a very good setup, but fails. Just watching, no setups for me. $163 likes. We are more than halfway there to our goal. Can we hit 300 likes? Is it actually possible? Yeah, today's price action is this is a big snoozer here. Kind of makes sense if I end like break even today. Just like 0. Just cause today is like a 0 day. Potential two-legged pullback here. Higher low, second entry long. I'll take another trap trade here. if we get a, I guess technically we should be looking for a reversal here, break a trend to new low. I don't know. Pandas, should I take a second entry long off the 20 EMA here? Give me a 1 in the chat if I should take a second entry long off the 20 EMA. Give me 2 in the chat if I should skip it. Give me a 3 if I should take the trap. Should I take this two-leggy off the 20 EMA if it gives it to me? Give me a 1 in the chat. We're gonna anticipate this trade here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you would take this second entry short off the 20 EMA here, if it does trigger, if the setup does happen. The reason why I have to ask now is because once it happens, it might be too late to get your feedback. All right, so we do have the second pullback trigger here. Would you take the second entry short here? Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 2 if you skip it. Give me a 3 if you take the trap to the other side. Bird that says no 2. Terrence says 1. Go for it. It's actually triggering right now. Second entry short, pandas. A lot of you guys are saying 1. Phil W says 2. For the content. Just don't give me outside bar reversal. Good signal bar. Second entry short. No follow through currently. Actually reversing back up. In this trade. 3-2 risk reward ratio. Second entry short. After this breakdown. Let's see if we can get 2 points here. Some continuation on this downtrend. We do have a break of trend to new low, so we may be wanting to look for an uptrend here, but even then, the traps are just not it. They're just not doing it today. This is a Pikachu trade as well. It's not looking good right now, pandas. But I will iron paw this to the end. I will. I don't mind if I get hit here. I will iron paw this to the end. And that's you know, because of this trade, like not sticking to the plan. This is no. It stops me out, reverses on me. Whoo! Reverses on me, makes a point the other way. This is just one of those days, pandas. That Pikachu trade, second entry short. And now, if it goes my way, it's actually insane. Actually insane if it goes my way now. I almost want to take another short here. Another short trade if this goes. Because you're thinking it's actually going to go your way now. Whoo-wee! Just stops you out and reverses. Oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. It's one of those days. Oh boy. Now it's going my way. What can you do? I'm just let it go. It is what it is. You know, maybe I should have waited till it hit the 20 EMA. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It's just one of those days, super choppy. Like even traps are failing, making outside bar reversals. It's just one of those days, you know, it's going to be super, super tricky. It actually ends up going my way now, but unfortunately stops me out. Makes two outside bar reversals. Outside bar reversal here, outside bar reversal here. Two outside bar reversals, and I'm just sitting on my paws now because this is confusing. Getting chopped up right now. Absolutely chopped up. It's insane. When you got price action that does this stuff, you know the day's going to be difficult. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, you know, the trades. The thing is, the trades I'm taking, I don't even think they're bad trades. Like, they're reasonable trades. I'll take. You know, the short here, downtrend, and you know, it is what it is. But it's just unfortunately, you know, the market is being very choppy here. So it's like one of those days you just kind of like don't even do anything. I would have made more money today doing nothing than doing something. Let's just say. But stick to the plan, pandas. I mean, we're only down 375. It's all good. Maybe we can, you know, use that to our advantage and since we know that it's going to be super choppy, you know. Yeah, the Rover Bro says I lost both sides on that, and this is just one of those days. Russell H says, I was thinking the other day that Mac doing a live stream would do no good for those of us learning how to trade. I mean, since he never makes mistakes, how can one learn anything? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Maybe if he already has a chart fully, you know, completed, then he can trade off of that. Nico says, the question is, will I be taking another trade? I will take one more trade today. I will take one more trade today because that will be 3 trades in a row if I lose it, and that will be the end of today if I lose this third trade. This is too choppy though. Like, I almost want to just buy a limit order and just reverse every trade. Right, both these traps kind of fail, right? This trap fails, right? One tick. Right? This trap fails, reverses, and boy, oh boy, very tricky. I almost want to trade the higher time frames because you know how tricky this smaller time frame is. The higher time frame had a clear reversal here, and also maybe might have a nice two-leggy here on the 10K chart. 4 pushes up, might reverse here. The 5 minute. 5 minute has a trap here that actually triggers, gives you a point. So the traps on the higher time frame are working out pretty well. but the traps on the lower time frame are not working out. It's just too choppy. Good to know. Yeah, very confusing. In my opinion, this is very confusing price action. And so, you know, if you trade confusing price actions, what happens? You're negative 375. It's all good though, pandas. Nothing we can't make up. I'll take one more trade here. Getting choppy. Almost want to just sell anywhere here. Just want to sell this. Thinking we're going to push hard down. I just want to sell almost any candle, ending on its low. Very confusing. Not sure what's happening. Very, very choppy here. Doji bar, doji bar. So pandas, like, you know, one thing we can notice with the price action is that we are choppy. And, you know, knowing that, trading accordingly, you know, get in and out of your trades. And I think, you know, just know that there could be a lot of reversals, a lot of fake outs today. You know, especially if you think we're going to start trending, most likely not going to start trending. Yeah, I mean, that's a short I wanted to make a couple points, 2 points here, but this reverses, takes me out, and then goes strong bull bar too, and a strong bear bar. Very tricky. You know, strong bull, strong bear. Market is confused. Just as confused as I am. Yeah, I wanted just to buy almost any low, you know, just to sell. I mean, sorry, I just want to sell like basically any low, any bar ending near its low. Just sell, 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 because it looks like I want to come back to the bottom of this trading range now. Unfortunately, I'm missing this whole move now. No setup for me to get into this move at this point. Unfortunately, so watching it go without me. You know, and that's the case where you're feeling eager, you need to jump in, then you know you can enter this trade. You can enter this trend just by selling anywhere here. Sell here, sell here, sell here, sell anywhere. If you think we're gonna come back down here. Almost just want to sell anywhere, always in short at this moment. That's what the bears are thinking. Always in short, just selling, selling, selling. Sell all the way down till we hit the bottom of the trading range. Seems like the apparent target here, given to us by the trading range indicator. I should have done is actually waited for that trap to trigger because we had the breaker trend to new low. Trap, hit the 20 EMA, come back down. And that was my mistake not to wait. I didn't wait to actually hit the 20 EMA. I thought it was close enough, like it was a couple ticks away here. But I actually hit it here and then reverses. So, you know, all that mentioning about not entering because the 20 EMA can act as a magnet, and that's exactly what it did to me. You know, when you go short here, you don't want to because it can typically act as a magnet, get sucked back up into the 20 EMA, and then reverse and go your way. I actually mentioned that happening, and I was scared to enter a trade because of that. And it actually did happen right here, and that's exactly the scenario I was trying to avoid before. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I mentioned that earlier. Have 169 likes. We're not even close. We can't even hit the 200 like goal today. Pandas, I mean, I really thought you guys can do it, but man, I'm looking at it now. I'm not sure if it's possible. Just watching this. I'm not interested in really trying to even get back to the bottoms trading range. No setups for me. Too choppy. You can almost buy and sell anywhere. It would be like a 50% trade. Arctic asks, is there any news today? I don't think so. Kid Poker asks, is there a Discord with the membership? The Super Pandas get access to the Discord. The two-legged pullback Discord. You can become a Super Panda, and the reason why I make that tier to Super Panda is because there are members in the Discord that pay to get in there. And so I don't want to kind of gyp them by making it, you know, free or whatever. So there is a membership for the Discord. Husband asks, can I use MetaTrader instead of NinjaTrader? I believe so. You can double check with Apex, but I believe so, yeah. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Let's see if there's follow through. It could be a pause bar here, and this pause bar will wait, and they'll see if there's follow through on it. Saga Clam says, what are y'all thinking on the daily chart? The spike up can't be sustainable. Yep, I think there should be a pullback soon on the daily. Should be soon. Could be now. At least maybe a pause bar today. Let's see what happens. So big bull bar ending on its high, pause bar. So traders are wondering, are we going to break below or above this pause bar? We broke below it. No follow through on that strong bull bar. Outside bar reversal, potentially. Outside bar reversal on this pause bar goes down and up. Super confusing. Super fun. I'm eyeballing a trap, potential trap on the 10K chart. Potential trap here on the 10K. I'm eyeballing this, and I want to take the trap trade if it does trigger. and it might happen on stream. We're up to 178 likes here, almost to 200. Can we get to 300? Is it even humanly possible? Is it even handily possible? No, ZMAS, ever since I put stop limit, I keep losing. I trade NQ micros. Any advice? If you put a stop limit, you have to put a stop limit. I don't know. You have to put a limit somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening with. I would need more details. Yeah, second clamps as a pause bar. That's Al Brooks would mention that. Because typically traders are waiting for follow through. We do have a second entry short here. Don't want to take the second entry short. Been burned so many times already. Strong bull bar, second entry short here. Maybe. I'm gonna take a second entry short here. Thinking we're trying to get back to the bottom of this trading range. This could be a reversal here. Will I take the reversal? Will I reverse my trade here if it does reverse? No, I'll just take the hit. Gonna look for a new low here. Second entry short. See if we can get this new low here. See if it's possible. Whatever happens here, I'm just gonna let it happen, and this would probably be the last trade of the stream unless we can get to 300 likes in a matter of about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Very small bar, but not bad. Just watching this. I'll look for a new low here if possible. We're still in Trap City though, on the short. Just waiting. You know, that's not the bar you want to see if you're short. You know, especially when there's a trap on the other side. It's not what you want to see. Very disappointing. Makes me want to just exit this trade because we're already 2 bars in and it looks like it wants to trap me out. Unfortunately. But it is what it is, right? We'll lose what, 2 points here, 2 to 3 points here. Potential 4-point gain taking a small swing trade here. It's just like, I don't think it's one of those days that you're gonna be able to swing very well. You know, I might just want to get like a point or two here. But the fact that it's already like taking 1, 2, 3 bars to finish this trade, it makes me want to skunk it just right now. It's just taking too long. I'm gonna let this candle finish. Stops me out or not. I want this candle to finish here. Trap triggers. Now these traps want to make points, huh? Now these traps want to work. Okay. Now this trap wants to work. All these traps have failed. Now these traps want to work. Alright, that's it. Super frustrating. I'm done. I'm done for today. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. And if you're wondering, is Panda going to make his money back off stream? Is that actually possible? Can he make back $675? Is that even possible for Panda can actually do that? Well, if you want to know, join the pre-market show and we'll find out. Also, I'll see you guys bright and early at 9 o'clock for pre-market, 9:15 for the mainstream. Seems like most of you guys are in the green today, and some of you guys are down big, more than 500. But it's good to know that you're not alone. That there's a lot of people maybe struggling with you guys, and that is completely normal when it comes to trading. So pandas, as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.